how did that happen
Uh,
with the friend? How did that happen? Because I think so many guys are in the friend zone with a girl that they really like. So I'm asking for them. How did that happen?
I was completely unaware that he had any sort of feelings for me at all. And I only saw him as a friend, my best friend even. He knew everything about me. I was very comfortable being without makeup, very comfortable being in my worst.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was going through a very, very, very serious and rough patch in my life, and he was there for me. And I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the line we were dating, and then when we were in a relationship, when I realized what was going on, he started displaying a lot of different traits that I never saw as a friend. He was a completely different person. I found out about him a lot of things that he had lied before. This is a person that I knew for years. And he was behaving just completely erratically and just a very, very different person. And obviously, as soon as I left, I decided to leave. It was very difficult to leave. I tried to leave for a few months. Very difficult. Almost impossible.
Why was it difficult?
He wouldn't agree, really.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
He can't force you to be in a relationship.
Sort of. Yeah, there are a lot of
Were you
things
living
in
with
it.
him?
No, but anyhow, he was there all the time, and he had the keys for the house. So he will just arrive. Yeah.
But did you not ask for the keys when you ended things?
Yeah.
And he said no?
No, he had copies as well.
He had what?
Copies as well. Yeah, it got really to a very, very, very serious extent that obviously I wouldn't speak about that because that's
Right.
quite dark.
Yeah.
But it did get really, really dark at some point, and I believe that that's a major issue. Not only in obviously this is a friendship, right? But as it would have been amazing if I would have been with the friend that I knew. But as soon as we crossed the line, he turned into a complete different person that I had no clue who he was.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely didn't know him.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where you don't ever have like a friend from back in the day where you're like, oh, you're a great friend, but I would not let you like date my sister. Or I wouldn't let you date my brother.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like because we don't really know that romantic side of them. We don't know who they are as a romantic partner. We know who they are as friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's why it's like a surprise because you do meet someone new when you enter a romantic relationship with them, don't you?
This is crazy that you said that. I had a friend growing up, and I told my sister, "Oh, you should never be with someone like that." She married him. They obviously are divorced, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Oh, really?
That's so funny that you said that.
Hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, of course, yeah. Because I knew him for so many years, and we've been through so many things, like good things, bad things, and he knew so much about my life, and I thought I knew so much about his. I thought, okay, when I realized what was going on in this relationship, I just didn't see it coming at all because he was a completely different person.
Yeah. Wow.
I just didn't see it coming.
Have you ever been friends with a guy that you wanted?
Not really. I think not really. No, my first relationship and my second relationship. First we were friends, and then we went into dating.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that for the dating, you need to know that person first in order to know if you actually want something with them, or not. Because look what happened, and even then, actually, look, even then, I didn't know who I was with.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But that's another thing. I've noticed this a lot, and I don't know why, or if I'm just attracting a certain type of people. But when I break up with someone, or when I say no, this person becomes revengeful and like angry towards me. Even if 2 seconds ago, for example, right now we're in a relationship and I tell you I'm so sorry, I don't think this is working out.
Mm.
Even if right now, like 5 minutes ago, you proposed to me, real example. Here, if 5 minutes ago you proposed to me, 5 minutes after you're like you're the worst person on earth. I'm gonna destroy you. Literally, you hate me, and I don't understand why.
Because they're hurt. It's not necessarily anger towards you. It is an expression of their emotions. So this is typical. Typically, when a woman is hurt, she displays sadness and being upset. When a man is hurt, he displays anger.
Okay.
And I think sometimes we're like, why is he angry at me? It's like, he's not angry at you, he's hurt. That's what it is.
Okay.
Not that men can't be upset and crying, not that women can't be angry, right? Whenever we're angry or whenever we're upset, we're hurt, right? That's for men and women. But men are more prone to display hurt through anger. Right. And women are more prone to express hurt through sadness and being upset. So instead of crying and breaking down, guys should be like, fuck this, I'm out. Fuck you. I gave you everything. And you reject it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a girl will be upset like, I gave you everything.
Yeah. I will cry.
I gave you my heart. I gave you my body. I gave you my future.
Yeah.
And you're ending things.
Yeah.
Girls will be upset. Guys tend to become angry. Some guys, they get upset. Sometimes they start angry. And then when you've left, they break down.
Oh.
But they'll never tell you.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. But yeah, for what I have experienced, it's just...
That doesn't warrant or justify any bad things or bad behaviors they have towards you. Yeah. It doesn't justify it.
If you're loving this episode and these kinds of conversations, then I want to give you something. We recently launched the Kits Angels community. This is a sisterhood for women who are tired of what the dating scene has given them and are ready to take their love lives to the next level. It's a space for you as a woman to not be alone in your journey to love, where we learn, talk, and share our experiences as part of a strong sisterhood, with some leadership and guidance from yours truly, of course. Not to mention never before seen videos from me on how I've led dozens of women to meeting great men. And so as a thank you for watching this episode, I'm giving you a month's membership completely complimentary on me. Just click the Kits Angels link below, and when you join the group, message me the code phrase Angels Podcast and I will pay for your membership. Now back to the episode.
Not at all. No, this is why I am so strict with who I date. Because of these experiences. They have been like, whoa. These are people that I care for and that I loved, you know. Even my friend, I didn't necessarily love him as a partner, but I loved him dearly as a friend. And when we split up, I missed my friend, the one I knew, and I tried to understand why he became a different person. But at the end, I didn't understand the anger. Like it was like extremely spiteful. Like extreme, like something that you will see in movies. Extreme. I was like, whoa.
And I have a theory.
Yeah.
How long were you friends for?
A few years, like a good six
years. Okay. And you ended things.
Yeah.
So a large part of that friendship would have been because he had feelings for you, or he wanted you, right? You didn't know, but yes. So that means a lot of the things he did within the friendship for you would have been an investment to having a relationship with you. Right?
Yeah.
Then he gets the relationship with you. He's like, 6 years, worth it. I've got the girl I wanted.
Yeah.
She finally sees me. And then, of course, throughout the relationship, I'm saying his perspective, he would have felt that, I can be the guy that she's always wanted because I've heard all the terrible stuff guys have done before, and now I'm with her. I can do those things, be those things. Wow. But remember, you said you loved him who he was as a friend, but you never really loved him as a partner.
No.
Right.
He's a
he would
horrible
have,
person.
and he would have felt that. He would have felt that.
Right, but
And he would have, that's where, so that anger, a lot of that anger and resentment didn't come from you ending things. That was the final straw. It would have been things leading up to that. Because you can feel when you're with someone, but they don't want to be, they don't feel like that with you. And he would have felt that. And a lot of the times, you don't have to disclose this, but like, for example, a lot of the times, I think for women in relationships, when they don't have that desire for the guy, it usually manifests in a lack of intimacy, lack of affection. But then a guy is like, oh, but I'm here, I'm giving you my time, I'm talking to you, I'm still maybe paying for things. And guys think, this is, sometimes guys need to do better, because guys think, well, I'm doing all this, so you have to give me this. And it's like, no one's entitled to anything, right? And that's something guys need to work on. But that's where the resentment would have come, because he would have felt that you weren't really about him, especially if he'd seen you with other guys. Because he'd be like, why am I not getting that version of Lucia? Because she's with me, right? So I should be getting that version.
right.
And then after everything, 6 years investment, after him trying to, in his head, be patient with you, because he's looking for this version that he's seen with you when you're with guys that you really want, and he's not getting it. He's like, I'm being patient, I'm giving her the space. And then you have the audacity to break up with me? Fuck you.
Right. So
That's his process.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. But in my head, and from then and now, I thought you had the upper hand all this time.
What do you mean?
As a friend, he had the upper hand. He knew my secrets. He knew what not to do because he had been an ear and a shoulder to cry on. So he knew exactly what not to do, what I like, what I dislike. He basically had a book of Lucia, right? He knew exactly what to do, what not to do, what I love, what I didn't love, everything about me. So why did he fork it up? It's just wow.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
A lot of men experience women saying one thing that they like, but then their actions will demonstrate something else. So a classic example is sometimes we'll hear girls say, oh, I just want a nice guy.
Yeah.
And guys are nice and the girls don't choose them.
Right.
Now, actually and this is what the smart guys will actually figure out, is that it's not that she wants a guy who's nice. She wants a guy who's capable. That's actually what's more attractive. A guy who's confident and capable.
Mm-hmm.
You just being nice as a guy, it's not an attraction trigger for her.
Mm.
But girls will never say this. They don't say this. They say, I just want a nice guy. But they'll still go off with the bad boys. So many men have experienced a girl saying, this is what I like, this is what I want. And then he bees that, but then she doesn't respond in the way that she says she will. So I put money on it. You're absolutely right. He had the handbook of Lucia, right? And then he did all those things, and then you still didn't love him.
No. He did, no. So in one hand, he was doing these things, but in the other hand, he was doing the things that I hated. So I just thought, how can you mess it up so much? So much.
Why do you think that? Do you think he was just like, nah, I know she likes this, but I'm not going to do that. Or I know she hates this, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
I don't know. He just lied a lot about everything. And then when I realized that he had lied to me as a friend, I was like, who are you? And then when I saw him, like, and this is something that this happened to me in a previous relationship. When I looked at him, I looked at his face and everything, and I saw him differently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It's like, I'm seeing you now, right? And then you do something, and then I looked at you and I'm like, whoa, like I generally don't even know you physically.
Yeah.
That happened to me, and I was like, I was shocked. Like I saw him, and then since that happened, I tried my best, but
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, any bad things he did or any
very bad. He's done the darkest things ever. Yeah, he's done really dark things.
Yeah, if I was, say this with love, if I was his friend
Mhm.
and I knew he was friends with you but he wanted you, I would have told him to end that friendship. Because resentment had built at this point.
It could be.
And guys should not be friends with women that they want. They should not have that approach. Because if you're her friend, it means she likes you, but she doesn't want you. And guys often observe, she will date all these other guys. And he will see when she's really into a guy. And then when it feels like she's settled for you,
No.
you're not seeing it. He's like, what the fuck? I've been here for you the whole time.
Oh my God. It makes sense so much.
You see what I'm saying?
Because wow, that just blew my mind.
We got there. We got there.
No, it's just because like that just clicked because of
Mhm.
little comments that he made along the relationship. It's like,
What did he say?
I'm sorry I am not rich, or I'm sorry I don't have this car, or I'm sorry I don't do this thing.
Mhm.
And I always thought, why is he saying these silly,
Mm.
like ridiculous things?
Mhm.
But now it kind of clicked.
Because he'll be saying those things in response to something that he's getting from you. That doesn't make it okay. But what he's getting from you is, I've settled for this relationship.
Oh, shit.
And then that's when he's like resentful. Now, like I said, if I was his friend, I would have been like, you need to let this go because she does not want you, bro. She doesn't. She's in this relationship.
Yeah.
But you even said it yourself. You fell into it by accident. It wasn't intentional.
No.
Right. And I'm just saying, I was having this discussion with someone the other day. I think it's more important than that a woman gets her top choice of man than a man get his top choice of woman.
Oh wow.
I think it's actually more important that she does. For this exact reason.
Wow, that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm probably gonna go home and everything is gonna start to click.
It's gonna start to click, right?
Yeah.
And thing is, this is really helpful for you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
But like just women in general, like, because I have to ask you, throughout your friendship, did you have no inkling that he wanted you? I don't believe that. I think women know.
No. You know, like probably a few months before that happened, we went to. It was like an arcade or something, and I was with my friends from work.
Yeah.
Right, and one of my friends told me, "Oh, you're always with Mark."
Marco Polo.
Marco Lery. I don't know.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo, yeah. You're always with this person. Why are you not together? I was like, oh my God, no, he's like my brother. He's like my little sibling.
Those words cut deep, boy.
It's like, look at this.
You're like my brother. Oh, stabbed in the heart.
Absolutely
Stabs guys
not.
in the heart.
And I remember vividly. I was like, ew, why will you even say that? Ugh.
Yeah.
Like I made the faces, the noises.
So brutal. Why did you do that to
everything.
him?
And then she pulled me aside and she was like, I genuinely believe that he really likes you. I was like, well, he better, but like I genuinely thought she was talking as a friend. And she's like, no. I think he actually likes you like more than that. I was like, no, ew, no.
Do you know what's mad? I have to be honest, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to men that women want,
Yeah.
you guys are detectives. You'll get little information and you will put the pieces together.
Oh,
You'll be
yeah,
like,
of course.
cool, he did this because of this. I haven't heard of him because of this. All of this stuff. But the guy who blatantly likes you in front of you, you're like, nah, I can't even see it. Just plain naive. This is why it's really difficult for guys. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but
Yeah.
it's really difficult for men to believe you. Because when it's with a guy that you like,
Yeah.
you're super detectives. You will investigate, you will connect the dots, everything.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to a guy who plainly is in front of you and wants you and is there for you, to guys, it's like, why are you playing dumb, pretending that if you didn't put it on this guy, he wouldn't want to try and build a life with you? That's why he's there. That's half the reason why he's even there.
I thought he was my friend because of my smashing personality.
That is true. I mean, that's why. Yeah, of course, he wouldn't have wanted you if he didn't think you were a great person.
No, like I generally thought he was my friend. Like,
Yeah, I get it.
we'll speak to each other
So you
all the
had
time,
no idea.
text, etc. We used to train together, like do a lot of things together, like even family things together. And that's why it was very, very hurtful when we split up, because
Yeah.
I lost my best friend, I lost my partner, and not only that, but I found out that my best friend had been lying to me for years, and then is when I realized the whole friendship had been a lie. So it hurt deeply.
I think that's a bit much, though.
And no, it was, because he didn't.
As in, you don't think he was genuinely wanted to be there for you?
No, because okay, he may have wanted to be there for me, but he hid girlfriends, he hid all of like relationships, like whole relationships. Imagine you speaking to someone.
Why do you think that? Why do you think
Well,
that?
of course now I know. Of course now we know.
But is it?
We all know now.
Did he do it because it was malicious, or did he do it because he was like, she's not willing to choose me, but on the off chance that she is, I don't want her to know. I'm not saying he should have lied. That's wrong.
Absolutely ridiculous. At the time, he was telling me, this girl, blah, 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 this girl, blah, blah. And
Actually, that would have worked for him, actually. He
like,
should have told you.
We were speaking about girls, our dates. He was talking about his ex-girlfriend. I was talking about my exes or people that I was dating. Like, he had the door there wide open to speak about relationships. And he didn't say... I found out that's crazy. I found out when I was in the whatever it is we had. I found out then that he was living with someone else, and I was like, "What? This is
woman?
A lady."
Okay.
So I had absolutely. Imagine you had your best friend. Your best friend tells you, "Okay, let's meet in an hour. Let's meet in 2 hours," and I'm like, "Oh, I haven't met your new place. Like, how is it? And always in my head, I always thought, oh, maybe he doesn't like his new place as much or something. But I just didn't know that he was just living with someone else. Like, that's a whole relationship that he hid. Like a long relationship as well.
Wow. And so you never...
Crazy.
That is interesting, though, that he was in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
You were one of his closest friends, but you never met them. How is that even possible? So like when he had a birthday, was she not there?
No. So
maybe it wasn't a real relationship then.
You see, no, it was actually. They got engaged and everything.
Oh.
So exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we used to go out with friends. I used to go to his place of work. He used to come to my place of work. We used to train together. And never, ever, ever that came out. And because he basically kept this person away from everyone. And I was there always, like in every single group, right? Because at some point we worked together. So I was in every group, in every social group that he had.
It's interesting because if I heard that, if a guy was keeping a woman away from his friends and family, did his family ever meet this woman?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He really just kept her away from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The irony is, if he didn't, that actually probably would have made him more attractive in your eyes. As in like, oh, you're with a really beautiful, or you're with a woman. Because usually, this happens a lot, when someone gets into a relationship, subconsciously, they just become a bit more attractive to us. It's almost like, oh, well, yeah, now I know it's like you're not available or someone's chosen you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think especially for women to men, they actually did this study where they took this average guy who was walking through a university campus and they asked women to rate him out of 10, right? His energy, his look, his vibe. And they gave him very average, like 4, 5, 6. And then they gave the same guy, but then he was walking with a very beautiful woman. Then they asked to rate him again and they all rated him higher. And nothing about him had changed, but the only thing that had been changed was there was evidence of him being chosen by another woman. So it's quite common. We see memes all the time, like guys, second he gets into a relationship, suddenly everyone just wants him. Well, these other women just come out the woodwork. Do you know what I mean?
Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.